Just what I needed for a hot, nice meal.
What's up guys, Devin here with Backcountry Exposure. It's time for another backcountry cooking lesson. Yes, we are cooking on the Frybake again, and as promised, I am gonna make calzones. I've been talking about this in so many different videos that it's just time that I show everybody how to eat a good, hearty, home-cooked, backpacking meal. So what I've got is the Frybake. I've got the GSI Pinnacle 4-season stove for me to use. I'm going to be using my Scorch Buster, and then what I've got ingredients wise is I've got some salami, mozzarella cheese, my dough, and then I have butter and my marinara sauce. Basically, what you are going to be doing is creating a quick bread. Really easy to do. For one person, I like to do just a cup of flour and then a teaspoon of baking powder and then a few pinches of salt. Then all you're going to do is mix in water in the bag until you get a nice dough consistency. You don't want it to be really sticky. So one of the things that you're going to do very first is, the benefit of the Frybake is I can use the lid of the Frybake to prep my food. So what I'm going to do is just take like you would with any kind of dough, I'm going to take some of the flour and put it up on the underside of my Frybake lid. Then what I'm going to do is take my water. This you have to be really careful with, because if you do too much water, you're kind of screwed. So start with a very small amount and then just close up the bag, and you're going to knead it inside of the bag. You want to get it to the point where the dough starts to pull away from the edge or the inside of the plastic, the inside of the bag. So still really dry, so I'm going to add a little bit more water, but you'll see that this is now starting to get to the point of pulling away from the inside walls of the bag, and have a really nice dough right out on top. This can get sticky, so just be advised. Get the dough into the flour so it doesn't stick to your hands. That's probably the biggest thing. And then you're just gonna knead this into a nice ball. This is actually one of the better doughs that I've made. This is awesome. So there you go. Now I've got a big dough piece. So what I'm actually going to do is just stretch this out. I'm going to push it out on top of the Frybake pan. What you want to try to avoid is having this too thick in certain places, because it's not going to cook evenly. But you can see that I've got a nice circle going on here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep my other food. So like I said, I've got some mozzarella cheese, and then I've got some salami. So I'm actually going to like cut the salami into way smaller pieces. A lot of people will question that you can't take cheese and stuff into the backcountry and things like that. But I've never had a problem taking like hard cheeses into the backcountry, so something to keep in mind. You don't have to worry about, I mean, I've had a block of cheddar cheese in the summertime unrefrigerated for 6 days. So here is my calzone dough. So nice and stretched out. I'm just gonna take some butter and I'm gonna drop this. Mind you that we're only doing like half, because this is going to fold over on top of itself. Oh baby. Some marinara. This This is the good stuff. So we're gonna drop that down inside of that. Oh man. Then I'm gonna take my mozzarella. We're just gonna sprinkle this on top. Oh yeah, baby. Now, we'll take the salami. We're just gonna drop the salami. We're just gonna get the edges of this wet because we're gonna fold this over, stretch it out a little bit. We're gonna use that wet piece to stick this together and make it a pocket. I've got my stove turned on. I'm gonna grab all of this butter and I am just going to really cake that thing with butter. So we're using the scorch buster to make it so I don't burn the calzone. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and pick this baby up and stick it in there. I am working with a new stove, but let's go ahead and flip that. Oh, yeah. Nice and crispy, golden. We're getting there. I like it. So let's talk about the Frybake for a second and why I choose to use this as my like gourmet cooking situation. If you see right here around the edge of the lid, this is where the lid locks in on top of the pan itself. So as you're cooking, you're getting a really nice convection of heat that is capturing and holding onto the heat really well. So if I wanted, I could build a twiggy fire on top of this part right here and kind of use it as a Dutch oven, but I'm getting really nice. I'm actually going to turn this down just a hair. But I'm getting really nice cooking in there, and you can see that with that scorch buster, I am getting a little bit of burning down in the center, so it doesn't spread the heat 100%. If I had a little bit wider burner, that would make things a lot better. But you can see that it's doing its job, and we're cooking a really nice, good, hearty meal. But doesn't that look good? That honestly just looks really, really delicious. One of the things that I don't really mind about this as well is you're gonna get kind of a doughy center, which is not a huge deal. The edges can get a little doughy. You can press this down a little bit. It's gonna push things out, but not a big deal. All right, I think we are, oh yeah, ready to eat. I think it's still gonna be a little bit doughy, but I am on the verge of burning. I've actually removed the scorch buster to get a little bit more heat, just to speed things up a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and dig in and have myself this nice calzone. Let's see how this goes. It smells amazing. It just smells so good. It's gonna be super hot though. Nice, beautiful bread. Oh yeah, that is perfect. That is so delicious. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Beautiful.
Just what I needed for a hot, nice meal.
Get my body warmed up. Making myself some hot chocolate right now. But this is absolutely fantastic. Anyway guys, there's a backcountry calzone for you. Really not that hard. Way better than any kind of rehydrated meal. And I just love it. It's amazing. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm gonna dig in, eat the rest of this thing, and have a great evening out in the backcountry. Thanks, guys.